next thing we're going to talk about is a split dodge. And a split dodge is considered a downhill dodge or a north-south dodge. And just from terminology, all right, again, in east-west dodge, I have to turn my head. My shoulders are not square to the goal. In split dodges, north-south dodges, my shoulders are square. I'm basically looking at the goal the whole time. So you can see, regardless of where I am on the field, I'm looking straight at the goal. And a split dodge is a north-south dodge. A split dodge is a really difficult dodge. There's a lot of eye-hand coordination going on. There's a lot of hand and footwork that go on simultaneously, and that's why it's so difficult. Understand a split dodge is executed out in space. So in your team's offense, you're going to have to go out and get some space before you receive the ball, catch the ball, attack downhill. All right, so here's how we're going to execute a split dodge, and I have a simple methodology that'll make you a really good player. The first thing is to get your hands really comfortable. As we're playing live in a game and everything's moving quick, we need to have good, comfortable hands. We do not want our hands coming across sloppy and messy. So you're just going to work on getting in an athletic position and working on your little hand transfer here. Great skill overall in lacrosse. Once we get comfortable with our hands, we can start working on the footwork. And I always recommend to young players, start with getting a line. Get an old lacrosse stick, put it on the ground, okay? That'll help you understand the footwork. And basically the footwork is gonna look like this. As we're running, and what we're doing for the purposes of this little tip, is we're doing a right to left dodge. Everything would be opposite if we did a left to right. But I have a righty horizontal cradle. When I arrive at the line, I'm gonna get a big left step out to the line. Okay, I'm gonna then hit back to the right, all right? Really load up on that right and drive out. So in just a little faster speed, okay, I'm running, get to the line, and drive out. So I'm running, get to the line, load, drive, and push out of the dodge. Okay, now that I've given you the methodology, all right, what the hands and footwork should look like in a game, all right, here's a really good practice plan for you. And I'm laying out a template for you. It's gonna be up to you on how much time you wanna devote to this to get really good at it. So here's what I recommend. Get a line, get an old lacrosse stick, lay it down there, put a piece of tape in your garage, whatever you need to do. Start out about a yard behind the line, all right, get in an athletic position, and for 2 or 3 minutes, just work on what those hands look like. Maybe get a little horizontal cradle, slide them across nice and tight. You notice, all right, the stick's coming across shoulder to shoulder under my chin. So it's not up here, it's not all the way out here. So there's our good hand action, okay? Once you get good at that, or once you work at that, for about, 2 minutes, then we can start working on our footwork. We're gonna get that yard 3 feet behind the line, and we're gonna take a left step to the line, a right step to the line, and we're gonna drive off it. Left step, right step, split the hands across. Left, right, split the hands across. Do that 30 times. After you've done that 30 times, you can start walking to the line, which will simulate running at your defender in a game. So I'm walking, step, step, drive, load up. Do this 20 times. Walk, step, drive. Once you've done that, then you can start jogging to the line, get to the line, and drive. Get to the line and drive. If you put this much dedication and devotion and really work on those fundamentals, you'll be a really good downhill dodger. We've gone through a lot of the dodges, and I'm a big believer. These dodges are really hard, especially when you get to game speed and game pressure. So one of my favorite things to work with young players on is a bunch of combo dodging sequences. And these are not necessarily super game-like, only because you may not drop this many dodges in a row in a game. But here's a good way to practice to really build the muscle memory and how to do it at game speed, okay? So what I do is I come back here and we'll start with a split dodge, okay? We'll start split, we go COD, hesitator, quarterback drop, and there's a good way to practice getting a lot of muscle memory at game speed on all the different dodges.